Um, Overall, I mean, let's just talk about the experience itself. The experience was
Let's go, baby.
the only two rules here are survive and play hard. Ready to pitch today, so you don't have near as much time to think about it. Everybody's enormous. These guys on this island, they can hit, and everybody in this league throws 100. My 92 looks like batting practice. 2 outings, extremely difficult to deal with. I lost a little bit of sleep. Getting walked off at any point is. So I'm literally just working on my focus muscle. Pitched really well. You start repeating that routine, and then boom, you have a bad one, and it's like, okay, well, those results suck, so that routine's gone. Had a moment at my locker where I could have probably cried for an hour. Like,
Lester, when you get a job this year, I need fucking compensation.
perfect world is the time of the team in the States. I want to be in the driver's seat of my career, and it always comes back to the same question. Do you want to play? Welcome to the show.
Job, boy. Good to do other than I've decided that
I spent essentially a year at home just trying to get a locker and a job. And there was many times during that process that I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to get an opportunity to ever throw a baseball professionally ever again. There's no guarantees, so grateful just for the opportunity to be able to come down and play in a league with really high competition. Like, the competition here is great, and then on top of that, like, winning really matters. So the environment was awesome, man. I couldn't have asked for a better environment. And then as far as like me personally, like results wise, I knew that I wanted to try to start and kind of just see what happens essentially, and I did that. But because of this league and how the league is kind of managed, it's like every game's the playoffs, you know? So going super deep into ball games, you don't see guys going, 5 to 7 innings like super often. So I didn't get an opportunity to go over 5 innings ever. I got the opportunity to go 5 innings a couple different times, which was awesome. And I felt good about it. But one of the things that I battled with was like my ego, because I came down here trying to prove to people that I could start, but then now I'm in a league where like going super deep in the games isn't really a reality. So now I'm like worried about what do people think if they're looking at me like, oh no, he can't start either. Like, he can't go deep in the games. He's only going 4 innings kind of thing. So mentally I had to battle that a little bit, but overall, man, the experience and like the opportunity was incredible. For the most part, I pitched well. I had 2 outings that were like probably top 5 worst of my life. So those were kind of actually extremely difficult to deal with. I lost a little bit of sleep with those, but for the most part, if I could eliminate those 2 outings and focus on all of the other ones, I pitched really well. I would say the hardest part about this league is the travel.
Let's go, baby.
Another thing about this place, if it's raining, the delivery service for food doesn't work because they're all on motorbikes.
See that place there in Game 7 of, dude, you can't fucking hear it.
Oh my god, dude, I can only.
You can't hear anything. No pitch comp, you can't hear shit.
Last night it was loud and
Everything's a commute. So you're a reliever, and if you're playing for this team and we're going to play against the Toros, you're getting on the bus for 4.5 hours just to get to the game. Then you pitch in the game, and then you ride the bus 4.5 hours back here. You get home at 2:30, 3 in the morning, and then you got to be at the field at 1, and then you have a 5 o'clock game, and you're going to pitch in that one. I think the most beneficial part was just proving to myself that I can still pitch at a high level. Being able to show teams like, hey, he's still alive and he still wants to play, and he is playing, and it's a pretty high level, and he's had some success based off of what he's done in the past and what he's doing now. Like, what do you guys think? Rather than me just being at home, throwing bullpens, haven't pitched in a professional baseball game in 2 years, and trying to get a job for spring training, like a lot of teams are gonna be like, well, where's he been at? He's just been on the couch? Why? The adjustment wasn't necessarily the league itself or the competition itself. For me, it was more starting versus relieving. I hadn't done it in so long, and I did it for a pretty extended period of time here, like 2 months.
When I was a young buck and I used to start, my day after I did like long cardio.
And when I was here, I wasn't really doing anything the day after I pitched. I was just recovering.
So I've been taking the day after and just like, I did a super light upper body just to get some blood flow before I went through. And then I got a massage and then played catch. Now I'm chilling, and then tomorrow before my bullpen, I'll do like a total body lift, and I'll try to be like exhausted before I get out there. And then I'll throw my bullpen tired, basically. And then I'll do some running afterwards, and then the next day I'll do another total body, but like a little lighter. And then the next day will be like today, where I don't really do much, and then the next day I'll pitch.
So like literally just throwing a program together myself, what I think would make me successful, and then doing it and then making small adjustments along the way, depending on how sore I am or whatever. That was more of the adjustment. And then the hardest part, because baseball players are baseball players, then you start tying your routine into your results. You're like, oh, well, the results are really good, so I have to do that exact routine. Or like, that's not necessarily the case. You start repeating that routine, and then boom, you have a bad one. And it's like, okay, well, those results suck, so that routine's gone. Naturally, as a baseball player, that's kind of what happens. But as a starter, I'm really close, but I'm still like trying to build what do I think that 5-day routine should look like. So that was more of like the learning curve in a sense for this league. Like I said, the competition was really good. I've been playing baseball my whole life. You're just in a different locker room, but you're on the same field. It's the same dimensions. The lights are on, and you got a ball in your hand. When I got down here, the season had already started. I went from not pitching in an organized baseball game for a year and a half to being thrown into a game that matters, have to win today. The season's been going on for 3 weeks already. So it happens fast. But I think that kind of stuff like fits my personality. When I have more time to think about things, normally they don't go as well. So just being thrown into the fire, I responded really well to it. And I think that's why I've had most of my success in baseball as a reliever, because like you don't know what's going on, and then boom, you're in the game. And that concept has been the largest challenge for me, doing the whole like trying to start again thing, because now you have 4 days to think about it, where as a reliever you got a few hours and then you fall asleep and then you wake up and you got to be ready to pitch today. So you don't have near as much time to think about it.
I'm gonna give it up. I want it to be majestic. I don't want it to be like a what if.
I'm gonna fucking just absolutely blow Lester up. When you get a job this year, I need fucking compensation. I mean, I absolutely dominated him in Mexico.
Is that a cutter again?
No, split right down on fucking Broadway.
Hard game.
I'll get the job.
I mean, we've had some rough losses this week. Got walked off twice. That's not always. I mean, I've been walked off. Like, I've been the guy out there that gets walked off. That obviously sucks, but getting walked off at any point is no bueno. No travel for me today. We got a road game in La Romana, but I got a bullpen. So we're on a little bit of a time crunch at the moment. Had some traffic, unexpected traffic. About to get probably a 15-minute workout in as fast as I can, and then get out there and throw a bullpen.
It's good competition here. There's a reason why there's a lot of Dominican baseball players in the major leagues, because there's a lot of good ball players on this island. When I'm navigating a lineup in America, there might be 3 guys in the lineup that are Latin. Most of the time, those 3 guys are similar hitters. Well, when you're down here, 8 of the 9 guys are gonna be Latin, and 6 of those 8 guys are gonna be enormous. Then you get caught up in like pitching every guy the same. Well, you can't do that. I'm gonna pitch like the smaller second baseman different than I'm gonna pitch Big Papi. But then you come down here in this league and everybody's enormous. So like that was kind of a weird thing for me at first, and one of the learning curves early on, because I caught myself like going 4 innings but throwing what felt like 100 sliders, because when there's an enormous Latin player in the box, normally I lean on my slider. The nature of the game is these guys on this island, they can hit, and most of the time they can hit fastballs. So, and everybody in this league throws 100. So my 92 looks like batting practice. So how am I gonna get them out? I gotta throw breaking balls, but I can't do that for 5 innings straight.
I'm literally just trying to be on the mound tired and work on focusing on executing the pitch and not overthinking my mechanics, because I'm tired. And so I'm literally just working on my focus muscle, like get my focus muscle stronger so that when I'm tired in the game, I can just focus on the focus.
Before coming to this league and playing here, if you would have asked me, like, how do I think it was gonna be, I would have told you, like, probably a lot of good hitters and a lot of guys that throw hard, right? And with that comes kind of like a lot of strikeouts and a lot of homers, I would have thought. But then you get down here and there's a lot of bunting, like a lot of bunting. And then you quickly find out, well, that's because every game's like a playoff game here. So we're bunting in the first inning, which you don't see very often in the States anymore. And then the other part of that is, as a pitcher, most of the time, if you get a ground ball, like you won the battle, essentially. Most of those should be outs. That's why getting a ground ball is winning the battle. In this league, these balls are getting through a lot. And that is just, I don't know how to explain it, or if there's somebody out there that can like comment the analytics or the data or something, like, I don't know what it is. It's a phenomena that I can't figure out, but the amount of ground ball hits in this league is insane, because the defenders are good. It's not bad defense, but the ground balls just get through. It's the craziest thing. This is strictly just a Shane brain thing, but I think there's a lot of ground ball hits because the soil, at least on our field, isn't like super soft soil dirt. It's like very gravelly. And I think that the way the ball bounces on like the gravelly soil gets it through the infield faster. It's the only thing I can figure, because I've never seen this many ground ball hits in my entire life.
Oh, we gotta go around.
I would recommend that young American players come play here or Venezuela at least once during their come up through the minor leagues, because there's nobody holding your hand. You have to really figure out what works for you. And that, I think, is what makes you a pro, because in the States you have access to all these things, and there are people that will literally like tell you what to do every single day if you ask them, and some you don't have to ask them. But here, it's just, the only 2 rules here are survive and play hard. Now, we have a strength coach here, and if I went up to him and asked him to put me through a workout, he would. But it's very much more like, do what you need to do here than it is in the States. So I believe that if you constantly need somebody telling you what to do, then you're not in control of your own career and destiny. This is just how my brain works. I want to be in the driver's seat of my career. And a lot of people, I think, because they can be, they just kind of sit in the passenger seat. But when you're here, if you're in the passenger seat, the car's not going to go anywhere. I would say my biggest takeaway for me personally is I can still do it if I want to. if I want to start, which is what I'm pretty sure I want to do, I need to be willing and ready and prepared to execute all of my pitches, no matter if there's a left-handed hitter or a right-handed hitter in the box. And probably more specifically, a right-handed hitter, because I throw a lot of cutters and sliders to righties.
Hello. I'm good. How are you, sir?
So I have some teams in Mexico that are reaching out. I've had some essentially offers put on the table, but I haven't made any decisions because obviously my perfect world goal is to go to spring training with somebody. But there are opportunities in Mexico. Mexico starts later than the States, so I still have some time. But right now there's a couple teams that are interested. So if I want to play there, I can, which is obviously great. And talking to teams in the States, but that's been pretty quiet.
My perfect world is to sign with a team in the States. So even if we were to come to an agreement on something and I got that offer for spring training, I can just go do that, correct? Like, okay. I will for sure be in touch. Okay. Yes, sir. Talk soon. Bye.
So hopefully that picks up in the next couple weeks and we can get us a locker for spring training.
Bye.
All right, thank you.
For the first time in my entire life, if I was never given an opportunity to throw a baseball again, I would be satisfied with my career. Yeah, man, listen, I'm doing my best over here. And it's crazy to say that out loud, but the moment that I had after pitching in the first game when I got down here, because I had gone that year and a half without pitching in a game, mainly because I had that surgery in 2024, and then I finally got healthy from that, and then was trying to get opportunities and just couldn't, and just trying and can't, and trying and can't, and trying and nobody cares, and then finally got the opportunity, and then came down here and pitched in a professional game, high-level competition, and then pitched really well that night. Like, I had a moment at my locker where I could have probably cried for an hour. Like, it was an extremely emotional moment for me. But I think that moment filled whatever hole, I don't know if hole's the right word, but it filled whatever gap I had mentally, where like, okay, I did it. Of course, I'm trying to get back to the big leagues. That's the ultimate goal here. But this is the first time in my life where like I'll be able to sleep all right if I didn't get another chance. And that might change in a month if I don't have a locker for spring training. But in this moment, it feels like the first time in my life where it's like, if I was never given another opportunity, I would actually be okay. I learned a lot about myself down here. That moment when I pitched in that first game when I got down here, like that was one of, if not the most emotional moments of my whole career. I'll never forget how I felt, and yeah, man, like it always comes back to the same question, like, you want to play? Yeah, all right. Give it everything you got, and I do want to play, so I'm gonna keep giving it everything I got.
We made it. Welcome to the show.